America and the rest of you foreigners. We're back at the shop today, doing a little bit more work on the van. This is the overhead cabinet, so this will be above the sink, the kitchen area. All it is 1/2-inch plywood and some not 1x3s, but they're like 3/4 by 2.5 or something like that. These runners, okay, they're all glued in, notched in all the way around. And then I got this particle board on, what do they call it? Is it masonite? I don't know what they call this stuff, but anyway, I got this stuff. This is going to go on here. We're getting ready to glue this one on. And then on the front of that, or on the bottom, I'm going to get some more plywood, this 1/2-inch plywood, and put it on the bottom, nail it and glue it. And then on the front is going to be oak. And yeah, this is the front. And the front is going to go about like that. Okay? And then I'll have doors. I think I'm going to have them lifting upward like this. Okay? Because if they swing out and then you move around, your head will bump into them. If they're lifted up, they're lifting up above your head. So I think that's what I'm going to do there. Oh, and this is put together with the Craig pocket holes. See right there? So all right, we got her done. Sort of done. Don't have the doors on it yet, but I'll put the doors on inside once I make them. Haven't made them yet. But yeah, I think that'll work pretty good. We'll put things in here. I got a little small shelf for like spices and stuff going here, I guess. Got the oak face on it. Come out pretty good. I got to put another beauty a cover here, you know, pretty wood right over this, and on the other end here, like a laminate. So let's see if we can't get her put in the truck. Well, we got her up. We got a couple more bolts to put in. These bolts I bought are fine for the back wall, but not for going through the ceiling because you got this extra wood to go through. So I need to get 2 bolts about 1/2 inch longer. And they will go right here and right there. And then I got 1, 2, 3 on the back wall holding it up. 3 of them right now. That's pretty sturdy. But I start putting heavier stuff like canned goods and things like that in there. I want to make sure it holds up good and tight, so put a couple more bolts in. Getting thirsty. Forgot to drink water today. Alright, so what we got the counter overhead cabinets in. They don't have the doors on, of course. Doors will come at a later date. We're going to have doors that swing upward. Okay, so if I swing the doors up, they won't hit my head. You swing the door out, see, it's kind of in the way, you know. So, and then you leave it open, you turn it, boink, you know. So I want the doors to swing upward. I don't know what they call it, galley style or something, I think, like on a boat. Anyway, so we're going to do that. What else we did? Painted the TV area right here where the TV is going to go. I painted it semi-gloss black. That way, with the TV in there, you won't be able to see around behind it. It'll be in its own little small cave, so to say. And then, yeah, I got a little bit of paint on there, but that doesn't matter. This wood right here is just for filler to make it smooth with this piece of wood down here. I'm going to get what is that, 3/4 by 1.5, I think, oak. I'm going to trim it all the way around like this. All right, all the way around along this way like this. And then I've got another, I think it's a 6-inch wide. There's a 6-inch wide board that I bought. Oak is expensive down at the hardware stores. You know? So anyway, I got this one board. It's 6 inches wide, so it'll be flush on this side because the bed, don't want to interfere with the bed, and it'll overhang maybe a 1/2 inch or 1 inch on this side. Let's say 3.5, 4.5. So it'll overhang 1.5 inches right here. Okay, and this will be a little, like a little shelf I can put things on when I'm sitting still, of course. Now when I'm driving, I have to take everything off. But it's just a little nice little place to put stuff. So actually, and after I've had it for a while, been, you know, had a chance to spend some time in it, I might maybe put a little border or something around it so it becomes a permanent place to put things. I don't know. We're gonna take that one step at a time. So, all right, so we got the overhead counter cabinets. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. This is 6 foot, okay? And that's 6 foot. You know, you can tell, measure things in just general. Your tip to tip fingertips from point A to point, you know, tip to tip, is usually about as tall as you are. So if you're 5'5", your fingertip to fingertip should be around 5'5". So me, I'm 6'1", and that's exactly 6 foot, and that much more. So 6'2", so it's pretty close. Anyway, what else do we do? Let's see, move you forward here. I painted the TV area, but also the bed. The bed's going to be here, of course. I took the mattresses up there right now because I painted this and the other board. It's outside the truck right now. I took the piano hinge off and I painted the boards black. And I got to put a couple more coats on. Get a good enough, nice thick coat on. Sand them down a little bit. And then put that back in with the piano hinge and all. And then put the bed back in. And get it over here. What else? Oh, I've had people ask me, where's your shower? Where's your toilet? I ain't one. I decided early on that I didn't want a shower and a toilet in here simply because it's such a small space and I didn't want to waste 3 foot by 3 foot, you know, 3 square feet of floor space for a shower, toilet, whatever. So what I'm going to do for a toilet, that convenience store, that Walmart, that truck stop, wherever I'm at, just the same thing I do in the summer. I don't use the toilet in the semi. I usually go inside the stores, or always go inside the stores, because I don't want to have to clean it up. When I was in the Army, that's all I did was clean toilets, clean a latrine, and I cleaned my share of toilets back when I was 20 years old. So I don't want to have to clean the septic tank. So what I'm going to do in this one is just wherever I'm at, I'll figure, well, there's a store over there, or there's a tree over there, or whatnot. As far as a shower goes, how often do you need the shower? 10 minutes every other day? You just don't spend much time in the shower. It's a necessary, it's a necessity, but you just don't spend much time in there. So I didn't want to waste a lot of space for a shower. So what I'm going to do, let me just show you what I'm going to do. All right, what I'm going to do is this tub. It's going to be in the back, in the back doors. That's where I'm going to store it. And when I want to take a shower, I'll grab that tub, bring it back up here, and I'll set it right about where it's at now. And then I'm going to put some hooks, different strategic areas, wherever I think was necessary. Hook or some kind of Velcro maybe, I'm not sure, magnets, but anyway, take 2 shower curtains, 2 regular vinyl shower curtains, and put one here, goes across and over, and the other one goes across and over. So you make a square, and those will tuck down inside this tub. And then, this is an old one, I've used it before. it's a bug sprayer. You paint it black. This is painted black and everything. This one's kind of old and nasty. I'm going to get a new one. Actually, I'm going to get one of the new the stainless steel ones, and they're a little bit more expensive. And I'm going to wait to buy that when I'm ready to roll. But what you do is you fill your water up in this thing. It'll, I think, 3 gallons, and you just sit it out in the sun, and it'll heat up. And then you set it right inside here with you. Yeah, you turn around, you pump it up. All right, and then where is it? You put a, this has been sitting out in the dirt. This is going to be thrown away and get a new one, but this is the one that was on here. And there's your shower. You turn it on and off right here. And it's just, I don't know what they call it, a GI shower, I think. I don't know. But I remember we used to take showers like this in the Army. We didn't have the tub. They had wood pallets laid out in an Army tent. Remember the old Army tents like on MASH? They would set one of those tents up, and outside you'd stand in line and you get a pail. And this pail was kind of like, you know, the pail you'd fill water up and you water your flower garden with, you know, the grandma would have, and have the water spigot, all right, just gravity fed. You would take this bucket and you'd fill it up with water, and there's a spigot on the side of it, and you'd turn it up and hang it on this hook and turn that spigot on. You got 1.5 or 2 gallons or whatever size that was. That's all you got to take your shower. You had to be very, very efficient with your water. So what you do is you get yourself wet and then lather up. You use about that much of the water to wet, and then that much of the water to rinse off the soap. And that's all you got. And you were happy to have it because you've been out in the field for 2 weeks and you were filthy dirty. And it was the best shower I ever had because you so much needed. So it can be done. And I used this before, long time ago. So got this tub, and it's going to store in the back. But I'll put it right here with the shower curtain and the water. Yeah, water. Like I said, this is a plastic one from down at Tractor Supply or whatever, 3 gallons. I'm going to get a stainless steel one and paint it black on one side. And if I need to use it on the sun, I'll just lay it out there with the black facing the sun, okay? And but also, here's your propane heater is sitting about right here. Turn your propane heater, and you just set that stainless steel one right on the propane heater and heat it up that way. So there's different ways of heating the water up. And I figured I'm going to take a shower maybe every other day, sometimes every 3rd day. Just depends on how dirty I am. And so why waste 3 or 4 or well 9 or 12 cubic feet or square feet of floor space in the van here? So once I'm done, the shower disappears. It's not in the way anymore. You put everything back away and it's out of sight. So that's the idea behind how I'm going to, some people have really been asking, well, where's your shower? Where's the toilet going to be? Well, there's your answers. So, I think I've got a whole day tomorrow. This is Saturday. So I got all day tomorrow. Trying to think what I'm going to work on tomorrow. I think I'm going to work on the other cabinet, just like this cabinet, but it'll be on this other side and right above the bunk. And it'll be deeper. Instead of this is only about 8 inches or so. I'm going to bring that one out probably about this long. The reason being is you take your pants and you fold your pants up, and you know, fold your pants up, fold and fold, and they're about 12 inches by 12 inches. So I want to come out at least 12 inches so I can put my pants in here and stack them up. They'll be on that side. But I can put pants in here and stack them up, and shorts and whatnot, and I can store things that way. T-shirts and things like that, I'll roll up and put in the cabinets. So this is all going to be cooking related stuff. And this cabinet over here, overhead cabinet, is going to be all clothing for the most part. And then underneath the bunk, I don't know what I'm going to store down there yet, just whatever's big and heavy and bulky and I don't need to get to very often. So anyway, that's what's going to go there. Now, the problem I've got is what to do. Let me move you here. So one of the problems I've got is what to do with these cables right here. These are all the wires that go back for the taillights, turn signals, turning the air conditioning. I've got the rear air conditioner. So this van has a dash air conditioner and another air conditioner that blows up here in the back. And I've still got to put ductwork, you know. But all this wiring comes along here, and I don't know what to do with it. I want to bring the cabinets down to this seam right here. The reason being that bed the mattress, when you fold the mattress up, it comes to right there. And I want that mattress to be able to go and wedge in underneath those cabinets. So when I need to get under the cabinet, under the bed, and I lift all this stuff up, it's not wanting to keep falling. The mattress is kind of wedged up in there, and you just hold the board up against the mattress that's already wedged up. And it doesn't want to fall down on your head all the time. So I want to bring the cabinets down right to here, okay? Now, I'm thinking what I'm going to have to do, because I've tried to lift these up and put them up here and make a notch in the cabinet up here, but that's not going to work too well, because back here in the back, way back right in there, there's a Y that goes down to that tail light over there and down to the air conditioner, and those cables go up over the other side. So because that's right there, I thought I was going to be able to lift these all up and put them up here and then build the cabinets around them and completely hide them. So what I think I'm going to have to do is break all these clips, take all these out. Let's see here. Take all these out. And these, when you try to take them out, they're brittle and they just break. So I'll probably have to just break those off and maybe go buy some new ones, I'm sure. I don't know. And maybe just move them down to here and then figure out how to cover that. I'm not sure. So that's the best I can come up with on that issue. But I want to build a cabinet 6 foot right across here, and it'll come out to about right here. Like I said, when the mattress folds up, it'll be basically flush. And somebody asked, why don't make a Murphy bed? Well, don't really need to. And so, because I have all this area up here that I haven't figured out what I'm going to use for. It's 5 foot by 6 foot wide. I don't even know what I'm going to use it for. Maybe I ought to build a shower there. But it will come in. I will build some kind of a dinette up there, or a desk, table, workstation, so I can work on my laptop from up there. So that's what I'm probably going to do there. What else? So that cabinet will be out about this far. Let me see. Don't have a tape measure in here. No. But it's going to come out 12, maybe 14 inches. Probably out to about right here. Okay. So there's the cabinets there. And they can come out farther because I'm not standing over there. So these couldn't come out very far because I don't want to be hitting my head. So lighting. Somebody asked me about lighting. I haven't put any lights in here yet. Well, that's because I'm going to order them from Amazon, the strip LED lights. I'm going to mount them right up underneath here, right along in there, and that will light all this area up here. I really don't need any light up here. Okay, and on this cabinet over here, there'll be a strip light underneath there. So I'll have lights coming this way, and it'll light this area plenty. All right, then up in this, I might continue that cabinet, build this cabinet up here, and then continue the cabinets on up to here. I haven't decided what to do in this area here yet. Okay, the plumbing, the sink and all that. Now there is no plumbing for the toilet, of course, because there is no toilet. There's no plumbing for hot water or any of that because there's no hot water. It's just going to be a cold water system. And I know I've got the hot and cold here, but it's just run to the cold side, this side right here. The water tank is up right over there. It's underneath. And this is going to be mounted in. I haven't actually screwed it in yet because I constantly find reasons to have to. Well, let me move that out of the way first. So there's a lot of things that are in place, but they're not fastened down yet. So anyway, this water tank is underneath here, and the whole water line comes over here and splits, comes up to this and to the sprayer. And both of them are cold. The hot is nothing. There's nothing on the hot. If I need hot water, I'll pour some cold water and heat it up on the stove. I don't need hot water that often. So then the drain just runs along under here, right along this wall, underneath all this cabinet, right above the water tank. It runs over the very corner of the trailer, or the van, right in front of the passenger tail light, and goes through the floor and dumps right on the ground. Okay? Oh my God, it's environmental, oh my gosh. It's the dirt that I wash off of vegetables when I cook. You know, so it's not like gasoline's going out on the ground or something, okay? It's just dirty dishwasher, or dirty dishwater. That's about it. And everybody's like, what about the soap? Well, biodegradable soap. Well, I'll use biodegradable soap then. So no big deal. What else? So the sink is in. Everything's done here. except hooking the electrical wire up, okay? That's electrical. So I've done the plumbing, I still haven't got the electrical done. What else? Okay, and then these are just gonna be cabinet doors. I'm gonna open these and there'll be a shelf right where this light's sitting. Oh, there we go. Right where this is the wheel well. I'm just gonna put a board right across here and mount it here, mount it there, and make a shelf all the way across. And the stuff that will go here will be just like the stuff that goes at home under your sink. Your dishwater, your soap, drain cleaner. I mean, all your chemicals, your cleaners and stuff like that will go down under here. And among other things, I won't have that much of that kind of stuff. But I don't need any toilet bowl cleaner because I don't have a toilet bowl. So anyway, so that's right. That's going to be there. I may maybe build a shelf up here if needed somewhere down the line. But for now, I'm just going to put a shelf in here. I can stuff things underneath and put and a nice level shelf to put other things in here. All right, back you up a little bit. All right, well, what is this here? Well, this is going to be drawers. There's going to be a thin drawer here. Pull it out, your silverware, things like your cooking utensils and whatnot. Down below will be things like bowls, skillets, frying pans, that kind of stuff in a smaller, a little bit bigger drawer. I'll probably have 3, maybe 4 drawers here, okay? Maybe a really big one on the bottom, a medium, and a real thin one at the top, something like that. Drawers will be right here, and that's for your, just like in a kitchen. And then this little cabinet right here, this is where I'm going to have, this is where the propane tank goes, and it just barely fits in there. I mean, after I got it built and everything, I'm like, whew, good thing that tank isn't any bigger because it wouldn't fit. Got lucky on that one. But anyway, the gas tank is going to be for a propane cooking element, or cooking stove. I'm going to have a propane cooking stove, and I'm going to have induction heating cooking stove, so I can use either one. I've got plenty of electricity. The heater, the propane is probably going to be more for doing things like at night when I don't want to use a lot of battery electricity, and I want to cook. If it's dark or rainy or overcast or whatever, it's the backup. But I'll probably use the inverter stuff most of the time because it's free, basically. It's free electricity from the sun. So why not use it? So that's what this whole cabinet's going to be right along in this area. Regular kitchen under the sink stuff, drawers, and a place to store your propane tank. And I will probably build a little shelf in here to put other whatevers right in this area. All right, what do we got here? This is the back of the van. I've done a little bit of work that you guys haven't seen yet. First of all, this is where the shower tub. Shower tub is going to be stored right here, and as you can see, it's kind of its own drawer. I can stuff stuff in here, garden hoses, shovels, all the dirty stuff, you don't want hanging around, whatever. Stick that right in there. This can either lay in here, or if I got it full of water, I think I can build some kind of a strap right in this area, wedge it or hold it right in there. So I'll have my 26 gallons of water. I can fill up 3 gallons of water in that for my first shower. And so anyway, that's where that's going to store, and it all fits. It all fits real well, when you close the door, so it works. One of the things that a lot of people were asking me was, what about ventilating the refrigerator? When I stick that refrigerator back in that pocket, how's it going to get any air? Does this answer your question? Pretty open. So I'm not worried about it overheating because it's got plenty of air circulation. Now, one of the ways I'm going to actually strap it in nice and tight is right here. This bracket right here that goes across, I can run a cable or a strap up through there around this big 2x4 here. Well, 2x2. Maybe strap it right here, strap it right there, okay? And at the top, I can screw that in. Just take a screw gun and screw it right through the board. Oh. Run it right through the board into the back of the refrigerator, into this metal strip here on the edge, okay? And that just goes into foam insulation. Get out of here. So I can do that in different places around here. And that refrigerator is not going to go anywhere. It's pretty tight now because it's wedged in here with that pink foam. So it's in there pretty good as it is. What's going to keep the door from opening? Well, I haven't showed you that part. But the door, I purposely bought this refrigerator because the door has a little key, and at the bottom you turn the key and a little pin goes down into a hole and locks the door. So you can actually lock the door on this refrigerator. So I'm driving down the highway and I hit the brakes, the door doesn't go swinging out and all the food falling out on the floor. So I had all these little questions a lot of people have asked, and I haven't had the opportunity to address them. So that addresses the shower, the toilet, the refrigerator door, the overheating issue. Oh, overheating on the TV. The TV is going to overheat, somebody said. Yeah, old TVs will. These LED TVs use very little electricity, and they're very cool. I mean, there's almost no heat coming off of them at all. And there will be a ½ inch gap at the bottom and a whatever inch or two on the back where it bolts onto that wall. And then at the top, so air can circulate. It's not going to be a fan or anything like that, but for what little bit of heat that TV will put off. Trust me, I know the TV in the Semi is a 32-inch LED TV. Okay, it's the same size as what I'm putting in here. And it puts off no heat at all. I mean, you cannot feel heat at all. Okay, so all those issues everybody's been worried about and asking me about, that hopefully explains a lot of it. Now, over on this side, like I said, the charge control, the solar charge controller. This is the circuit breaker box. So the cables, where they at? This is the cables that are coming in from the solar panels. They come in. I've got them in here. I don't have them hooked up to anything yet. They will actually, they'll come in here, and then this will go out. How am I going to do that? I don't know. That's what I got to figure out. I don't know my solar wiring yet. I might have to run these into here, into a circuit, and then come right down here. That way I can shut the panels completely off. I don't know. I got to put some circuit, some fuse panels in, like my 12-volt spade fuses and things like that. I'll maybe mount them over here up on the top somewhere. This little board right here, I had these boards because this plywood is only ½ inch thick. So I put a 3/4 inch piece of plywood right here, glued it and screwed it to right there, so it's nice and solid. Now I can screw these things in without the screw going through into the inside where my head's going to be on the pillow. Okay, so there. Here's that air conditioner, the rear air conditioner. Now remember, this was not a cargo van. This was a passenger van that had all the seats in it. It had rear air conditioning, had the front air conditioning and rear air conditioning. I left that in there, of course. Why take that out? There's a shroud over here somewhere. Where's it at? I must put it in the other room. But there's a plastic from the factory, that plastic, this kind of plastic here, this plastic shroud that kind of covers all this. That's great. Now, how am I going to get the air AC out of this vent inside the inside? I don't know, and still working on that. I have thought probably there was other ductwork that I've taken out, because this just goes up to right here and stops. I could just cut a hole right here and have the AC going straight up, and then on the inside put elbows to where it aims it toward the front or toward the center of the van. That's probably the easiest, most commonsensical way to go, because it would keep it nice and neat and out of the way. But I don't know how well that would circulate into the inside, how well that would blow. I'm thinking I might be able to use the other pieces of plastic that I've taken out that are in the other room and refold and heat them up and bend them and make them shape different, and have it come across here and then elbow and come in and cut a hole right about right in here and put a vent. It's like a register vent in your house. Put a little vent right here and have that coming up and going in there. That way it's blowing straight into the main room. It's not way over in a corner trying to figure out how to get out. That's why I'd like to do it. I'm going to see what I can get done on that. What else? I think that's about it. And this video is plenty long as it is. Today's Saturday. I'm heading down to Houston. I got a little small trailer, taking it down to Houston for Monday. So I've got all day tomorrow to work on this thing too. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is that other overhead cabinet above the bed and finish painting the places I was painting, put another coat of paint on. So I think you're pretty well caught up. Answered a lot of the questions, concerns people were having. So there we go. Thank you. Ciao.